How a great deal do most legal professionals cost for a Dewey. First offense Dewey lawyer cost $1,500 to $2,000. Inexperienced legal professionals who will have little to no popularity for inebriated writing cases, $2,500 to $3,500. Competent attorneys who have a marginal recognition and some trip wore a Dewey charge. How an awful lot does a Dewey price in 𝐘𝐲? DUIs are expensive, even if it is your first offense. Fines vary from $300 to $1,000. However, that quantity can nearly double as soon as the required surcharges are added. You ought to additionally attend the Dewey Alcohol or Drug Use Risk Reduction Program, a 20-hour direction that expenses over $350. How does a Dewey legal professional work? A Dewey attorney is a professional in the unique Dewey legal guidelines pertaining to the kingdom in which he practices. His major function is to give an explanation for the cost to his client, suggest the great path of motion to take, and signify his patron in court. He additionally handles all the administrative small print involved. What is great plea deal for Dewey? Advantages and AMP. Disadvantages of a dry reckless plea bargain. There are many motives why a dry reckless cost is regarded one of the excellent plea bargains for Dewey. What is the absolute best Dewey cost? A Dewey may want to value you $20,000 or more. While each Dewey is different, there are many elements that make contributions to the expenses of a Dewey. How do you beat a Dewey in 𝐘𝐲? To project Dewey costs in Georgia, you will want to enter a plea of not guilty at your arraignment and then file motions for discovery or to accumulate all the prosecution's proof towards you. The motions are truly how you decide what proof the prosecutor has in opposition to you. How in all likelihood is prison time for first Dewey 𝐘𝐲? Even though a misdemeanor is not as serious as a legal charge, the punishment for a Dewey can have an impact on your life. First Dewey punishments in Georgia can include fines between $300 minus $1,000, 1 minus 10 days in jail. Can a Dewey be dropped in Georgia? The biggest advantage is that you will keep away from having a conviction for Dewey on your crook document and writing document forever, since, as mentioned above, Dewey fees can't be expunged in Georgia. Generally, a discount will be made viable through the negotiation of a plea bargain. What does Dewey stand for? Driving underneath the influence, driving below the impact. Full name. Image of what does Dewey stand for? Image result. DUIs and DWIs have barely one-of-a-kind meanings. A Dewey refers to riding below the influence, whilst a DWI capability using whilst intoxicated or impaired. With a Dewey, the cost may want to suggest that the driver used to be riding underneath the have an effect on of alcohol or drugs. How a good deal is a legal professional in California for a Dewey. For a first-time misdemeanor Dewey in California, lawyer charges can be in the vary of $1,000 to $10,000. A very complicated Dewey case the place a man or woman used to be severely injured or killed may be as tons as $70,000 or more for an unskilled Dewey attorney. How do I make an apology to decide for Dewey? Apologize. All judges desire to hear you be remorseful for what you did. Making excuses is insupportable and can also make matters worse. Never categorical being sorry for getting caught. However, instead, let the choose comprehend that you are inclined to take accountability for your actions. How lengthy ought to Dewey instances take in Georgia? Dewey in a Georgia state or superior courts. Typically, it takes between 1 and 4 months earlier than you will acquire your subsequent court docket date. However, in some counties with excessive case volume, it should take plenty longer. How in all likelihood is reformatory time for first Dewey in Florida? 6 months imprisonment. According to the state of Florida, a first conviction will no longer result in extra than 6 months imprisonment. If your back is above 15, you will no longer acquire extra than 9 months. Multiple convictions will result in longer imprisonment and perchance everlasting suspension of your license. What